Okay. Oh no, it's because my daughter just walked through the door. That's why. Yes, everybody, please make sure to tap, 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 tap. Mods, please don't let anybody in boxes. The comments will need to be kept cute, or we will shut the comments off. Anyhow, 2 days ago, Chris and I woke up. I think it was the day we were coming home, and I had a message in my inbox from Haley, Boujees' daughter. Keep in mind, way back when Bougie went to go get Haley before, and Bougie and I were what I thought were friends, I had told Haley, if you ever needed somebody to talk to, feel free to reach out to me. Bougie said to me in a phone conversation one night, she said, girl, I wouldn't let you talk to Haley because she'll fill your head with a bunch of bullshit. That was a red flag for me. 1 second, y'all. Also, clearly, Bougie, you and your friend Artie that is actively texting Haley right now, threatening her. When you, Miss Ma'am, did you forget that you called the police on your daughter the other night, and there's a no contact order, so why are you contacting your daughter? It's pretty fucking sad that your daughter has to reach out to people that she doesn't even know to get some type of being able to vent and talk. Yeah, Bougie's threatening her own daughter. Absolutely. Stop trying to get in the boxes because y'all aren't getting in the boxes. Anyhow, so we were traveling. So in between traveling, I did respond back, and I, asked her if she was okay. I'm not shocked either, Sharon. Meg, are you putting your hand up? I can't tell with that trigger warning thing.
No, I'm trying to get it to where it is. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Just didn't know if you were trying to say something. So for 2 days, I have sat on the phone for countless hours listening to this child tell me of the horrific things that she has gone through and been put through by the one person that you're... 1 second.
These messages that Haley are receiving are absolutely disgusting, and this just proves and shows that what she's going to come and say in this box tonight, when she's ready to come up here and speak her truth, is going to be the truth. Bougie is so threatened right now, and her little people are sending Haley threatening messages as we speak, you guys.
Artie, you can make sure CPS is watching right now all you want, honey. Bougie, you texting your daughter, you're breaking the no contact order yourself. And April, absolutely, please send prayers for this girl and her children, because it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Like, I knew what a conniving, vindictive, manipulative, backstabbing bitch you were, Bougie, but never in my life did I think that you would do this to your own children. Never. The way that you talk on this app, as if you're like some perfect mom that is there for your kids, and then to actually have your child on my phone for 2 days in a row telling like the truth. of what's really going on is disgusting. And here's the thing, I don't have to question this girl. You know why I don't have to question her, Bougie? Because I remember when she went back last time, you contacting CPS. I remember when she went back, you keeping her debit or her food stamp card and changing the pin so she couldn't get any type of benefits for her kids. I remember that. I remember that. So we will leave the comments on. Haley's open to talk about whatever she wants. It's completely up to her. It is heartbreaking. It's disgusting. And the stuff that y'all are texting her right now, I will be green screening it. So go ahead and keep
Absolutely.
it. And Artie, FYI, you're technically a third party and you're Bougie's friend. So contacting Haley goes against that order too. And you putting in a text that you're going to make sure CPS sees all of this. Are we serious, girl? That's crazy. Another mom. Yes, she is safe right now. Yes, she's absolutely safe. That's one of the first things that I asked her when I responded back, is if she was safe. So Haley, honey, whenever you're ready, let me know.
And Haley, we will turn the comments off if you want us to. Okay.
Let me send her
You're ready. Okay. Do you know how to send a request?
hit the two little like people down in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Violet, go ahead and turn them off, honey.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
Hi.
Are you okay?
I'm kind of nervous, but since I've gotten these texts, I kind of feel more like empowered
Good.
to say something.
Good. And just remember, right, if this ever becomes too much or overwhelming, or if you want to stop, all you have to do is let us know. Okay?
Okay. Oh. Oh wait, are the comments off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
Okay.
comments are going to be off for a little bit, just until things kind of calm down, maybe just a little bit. We could turn them back on if you want,
Yeah.
and see how people play in the comments.
I'm just really at a point where, well, I just don't care anymore. Like at first I'm only involved on this app and I only feel comfortable getting on here because my mom's already put me out there to these people. And with everything going on, I just feel like everyone needs to know what kind of person she is and kind of like set the record straight when it comes to a lot of things that was said about me or my children. And yeah, I just feel like I'm at my rock's bottom when it comes to this situation with my mom, and I don't know what to do. I mean, I know what to do. I know I need to just cut her off, but like when it comes to my kids and stuff, like I'm just really hurt.
So do you wanna kind of start about giving them a little bit of history of who you are and how you were raised, and the things that you went through as a child and a young adult, and things along that nature? We could probably start there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my mom, we've never gotten along ever. When I was 13, there was a really bad custody battle between her and my dad, and it resulted in my dad giving up his rights to me and my sister and having her husband adopt me. And then it resulted in my mom giving up her twins and having his wife adopt them. And ever since that took place, my dad hasn't reached out to me ever again. When I was 13, he hasn't reached out to me or my sister. He just completely cut us off. And then when I started living with my mom, I started realizing the kind of person she was, because up until that point we were just visiting her and she was always like the fun parent. I was always living with my dad. He was structured in the Air Force, and we would go to my mom's and we wanted to live with her, and so when we started living with her, it's like me and her started butting heads immediately. And I just felt like, even as a kid, if somebody disrespected me, they didn't deserve my respect. So some can call it as me acting out and, being a bad kid, but really, I was only giving what I was receiving.
Right.
And it got to the point to where, my mom put me in behavioral health centers, not mental institutions, but they're similar. And that's what she would do up until I was 17, up until I was an adult. And it just created this ball of hatred towards her, because I would always go to these places. She'd always accuse me of doing things I wasn't doing, or she would purposely provoke me just to make me kind of go crazy and then put me in those places. She'd lie on me. And I was probably in those places 100+ times, 6 being out of state in residentials. And residentials are 4 to 6 months you stay in those places. And the only way you get out of those places is you have to take accountability. And so and you'd have to say sorry to your family and say sorry for being, such a bad kid or disrupting this family. You got to do stuff like that. So it's I was always the one, quote unquote, taking accountability and taking the blame for all these things. And yeah, it never was anybody else but me. And so, I tried committing suicide on 3 different occasions because I just didn't want to be with my mom anymore. I had nobody else. My dad cut us off, so
Hey,
I
Haley,
didn't have.
honey, when you say that word, do me a favor and say smoothesmide. Kind of mangle the word a little bit, because we know
Okay.
that your mom and her little cronies are eager to take the live down.
Right.
So when you say that, or you say
Unalive or something.
alive, yeah, or anything to do with smexual stuff, say smexual. Anything to do with rugs, say rugs. People know what you mean when you say that.
Yeah. And I'm sure she's probably sitting here upset listening that I'm doing all this, but at this point, I've been keeping all this in for so long, and she's manipulated so much people into thinking I'm just.
Oh shit, what happened? Turn the comments on.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on 1 second. I looked away from the phone for a second, and then hang on 1 second.
I got him. Haley, are you okay?
They're hitting her for underage. They're reporting her for an underage. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's the thing, y'all. Bougie, Artie, all y'all can either let this girl get her side out, or we can just bring it out. Because trust and believe, I've spent 2 days, countless hours on the phone. So yeah, I mean, I could absolutely call her on the. In fact, yeah, let's do that.
Go ahead and call her, right?
Yeah,
Do you have
Haley.
I can change devices.
No, I can call her from the other phone.
Oh, okay, yeah, you call her and she could talk through the phone. Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Are you good with that, Haley? Exactly,
Yep,
Boots. We
she
don't
doesn't
want her
need
to
to
have
be
a
in a
voice.
box, right? Absolutely. As long as her voice is heard, that's all that matters.
Yep. All right, 1 second, y'all.
Yep. Yep, we're on it. Thank you. We are on it. Never silence a victim, Bougie. And Artie, what is wrong with you women over there? For everybody who is coming in, right? We have Bougie's daughter. Bougie's daughter did reach out to the both of us, and we have been talking with her. OG has been talking with her for 2 days. I've talked with her today. I have been so busy, I haven't had time to talk to her. But we are trying to get Bougie's daughter's story, her truth, out on the internet and let everybody know how Bougie treats her in real life. And it's not the pretty little picture that Bougie paints.
No, not at all. Not at
Also,
all.
I'm gonna say this real quick. Y'all are dirty ass bitches. Dirty ass bitches that it bothers you that bad that she wants to come out and tell her truth and you guys are blocking her from that. But
Well,
all you guys that sit over there, out. This is my story. My story needs to be out. Let this girl tell her fucking story and quit being douchebags. The fuck?
Doing the most to keep me from saying anything, which goes to show, like, she doesn't want this out here.
also, let's keep in mind, because I did just get a text from somebody, and they have a good point. Haley is an adult, okay? Haley's not a child. Haley's not a teen. Haley is a grown-ass adult. She can say her age if she wants. I'm not going to say her age, but I will say that she is a grown adult. And here's the thing. Y'all can report it as much as you want. We have so many platforms. Chelsea, what is it that I did, boo-boo?
Can people hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you, honey.
Okay,
I can hear you. I'm gonna drop, but
it's so funny.
girl, get your story out.
It's so funny that they're sitting here texting me, threatening me into not trying to say anything. But how do you think I felt when my mom was going up there talking about me and my situations with my kids, my situations with my ex-boyfriend, my situations with my whole entire life? I didn't have a say in that. She didn't give me, I didn't even know about it until it was brought to my attention. So it's like, and I never threatened her to take all that stuff down or stop talking about me. So at this point, I feel like I deserve to give my side of the story, considering she's the one that put me out there in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense.
And that is true because, Haley didn't put her stuff out here on this app. Bougie did. But Bougie put her version of it where Bougie was.
This great mom who will do anything to protect her kids. That's not how I feel. And that's not what's been happening. And that's not what's been happening to my children. Saw domestic violence and all this other stuff. And
So for those real quick, DSS, like in their state, is CPS. So Haley goes to Bougees to get away from the domestic abuse. to Boujees where she thinks she's safe with her and the children, only for Bougie to turn around behind Haley's back and call CPS on Haley.
Yep.
Does everybody understand that?
They came to my house, and the only thing they wanted me to do was get a restraining order and take a drug test. And I said I would do it. Within 3 days, that happened on a Thursday. Come Monday, I had filled out the restraining order paper, but nothing was like set in stone at that point because it takes time. Come Wednesday, which was Christmas Eve, the DSS and the police show up and they take my kids from me. And they put them in the car and they drive them away. And they tell me to see if my mom will step in as like the foster person so they don't go to foster care. And my mom did it. But I was confused to what changed. You guys only told me to do A and B. And now all of a sudden you're taking my kids from me. What has changed from last week to now? And she told me that my mom was telling them things like, I don't take care of my children. I don't buckle them in car seats. There was something else, but I just don't remember. But a bunch of bullshit, basically. Sorry, am I allowed to curse?
Yeah, you can curse. Keller Green says, but who was willing to sit on live supporting a criminal. Exactly.
So that I was informed that there was a lot more said after the fact to where they felt like these kids needed to be removed.
Haley, I know you can't see that. No, you're good, honey. I know you can't see the comments, but Raid asked, is your mom mean to your kids?
Yeah, she's mean. She's mean. She's very mean to my kids. There's times where she can be nice to them, but there's just, you don't talk to children a certain way, and she talks to them that way, especially my son, and that's why we got into it the other day. She just always has an attitude with the kids, and she's always snapping at them, and my children are babies. You just don't talk to babies that way. And that's how we butted heads a lot while I was there. But because she had my kids, and every time I went to go tell her to stop talking to my son or whoever a certain way, she would sit there and be like, well, I can say what I want. Like, I have the kids. You don't have your kids. And I'm just like, okay. All right.
Ratina asked, did your mom also take over guardianship of Brian's kids?
Brian's kids? Brian only has one kid, and they share that child. So they pretty much, yeah. They have, and plus, she's not even a kid anymore. She's 18.
Also, as far as the twins, Bougie, you've been lying to the whole damn app. You don't have contact with your twins. You played that shit off like you have this great relationship with your twins. No, you don't, you damn liar.
Yeah, she has contact with Woodswood, the boy, but it's on and off. I mean, they just started talking when he was like 18, but as far as the other twin, the daughter, she wants nothing to do with her.
Yeah, Missy, that's what kind of confused me was because, I mean, hell, some of us were friends with Bougie off the app and had never heard of said twins until I think it was Ratina that said something one night about them. Did somebody get that account?
I was with Bougie for almost 2 years, and just right before the falling out, Ratina made a comment about the twins, and I was like, what the hell is Ratina talking about? Bougie, you have twins? Like, I had no clue. I had no clue at all.
She traded me and my sister for them. I don't know why that deal came about, but my dad's wife adopted the twins, and my mom's husband adopted me and my sister. And that was their way of settling a bad custody battle. And because of that, we were ripped away from my brother and sister, and pretty much my dad, too. And I haven't spoken to them since I was 13. 13, 12, one of the two.
So, to kind of make sure we all understand this correctly, Haley comes to California to be with Bougie to get out of the shitty situation. And one thing that Haley said to me that literally destroyed me was, you know, Amber, I I got out of one abusive relationship and went into another because I had to pick between my boyfriend or my mother. And that's shitty. So she goes thinking she's going to better her life, getting out of the abuse, getting the kids out of the abuse. And she goes to Boujees, because anybody who's a mom knows that. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but my kids our doors are open at any time. And she gets there and hears Bougie calling CPS on her behind her back. CPS shows up Christmas Day, correct?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Takes the children, then gives the children to Bougie, tells Haley she can't stay there. She can't be around the kids. Haley gets a place, leaves. Bougie calls her, says, I'm tired, I can't deal with the kids. You're to come here and take care of them. And we just won't tell CPS. So Haley, being a mom, because she told her, you either come take care of them or I'm going to let them go into foster care. So Haley goes to take care of them. Bougie's blackmailing her the whole time. I'm sure that's no shocker, because I think everybody on this app at one time or another has caught Bougie blackmailing them or holding shit over their head. Haley goes, takes care of them. And then Bougie decides one day that she's just going to not want Haley there anymore. Calls the police and tells the police that Haley showed up at the house trying to take the kids. I know the comments got shut off, but before the comments got shut off, Retina had asked when that night that we were in Megan's live and you had come in there, which that reminds me about the Smashly thing too. You then were on a platform, I think it was Spilled's platform that your mom had you get in a box. Retina asked why you went along with that. I did comment back to Retina and I told her that I would answer for you. Well, you can tell why you went along with the shit your mom was doing.
Well, I mean, I lived with her. So it's like one of those things where it's like I either avoid conflict and confrontation and do what she says, or, I fight her about it and risk her doing whatever she wants to me.
And that's a shitty way to live. Like that.
It was constant where she would threaten me about putting my kids in foster care. She'll make this phone call and she doesn't care, and I don't deserve my kids, and my kids aren't coming back to me. Like, it was a lot, and it almost felt like I wasn't even fighting DSS, because DSS is telling me what I need to do to reunify with my kids. But then I have my mom in the background pretty much kicking me down, telling me you're not going to get your kids, and DSS doesn't want you to have your kids.
So may I ask a question really fast? Would it be a true statement to say that you are afraid of your mother?
Of course. And not because I think she'll physically hurt me. I think she will try and ruin my life in other ways, and she kind of already has. But then again, I put a lot of blame on myself because I opened that door. I gave her that ability to do so, but at the time I just wanted to put me and my kids in a different situation, and I should have known better than to come there.
Can somebody please unmute collard greens? They're asking legit questions. That was asked, and no, Bougie has never worked as a PI. She's never worked as an FBI. She's never none of that. In fact, I did ask Haley about the whole kidnapping charges.
Yes, let's get into the kidnapping charges, please, because it is not what Bougie says it is. Absolutely.
Real quick, too, I want to bring up this one before we forget. So,
thank you, Megan, for posting that, because of anybody that can answer the truth, I would assume it would be Haley that could answer the truth to this email.
Can we make that bigger so I can read it to Haley?
Yeah, let me figure out how to do boxes. I'm not a mod, I'm a host, so please, I don't know how to do boxes. So...
Hold on. I think I got it. So in talking to Haley one night, she brought up Smash. And I said, you do realize that your mom and Florida Man posted picters of, Smashley's children and their school and talked about sending said stuff to P3DOs, in which you just kind of got caught in the crossfire with your child. Haley then says to me, so wait a minute, she wasn't doing it to attack me. She was doing it as a reaction. And I said, yes, because that's exactly what happened. So Haley, I know you can't see, but what I'm looking at, or if you want to come into the live real quick to read this.
Okay. Let me see.
Hold on one second, you guys, so she can see it.
Oh, I see it. Haley, if you don't know, this email is probably 2-3 years old, at least. Like at least 3 years old.
So, Rutina, can you explain to her what she's looking at? Because she doesn't do the whole like TikTok or any of this.
That's a wonderful idea. I think we should give Rutina the honors and explain this email to Bougie's daughter.
This is an email Boujees sent to Slot. Slot is now facing criminal charges for, I don't even know how much is, for a lot of money, faking people a lot of money on this app. Annie Hoozles, she used to do exposure, right? Like have somebody on their app and expose them for who they are. This is what your mother, Bougie, emailed to her. I can find the exact date, but this is the email she sent to her talking about how she was a PI, she was an advocate, all of these things. I don't have my reading glasses, so OG, you're gonna have to read it for me, or Megan. No, I see. No, my mom doesn't do any work when it comes to domestic violence or private investigator. She may think she's a private investigator because she knows how to do all that stuff, but she's not like she doesn't do those kind of things. Like she's not certified. And that got brought to my attention a long time ago when she posted my pictures of my body that had bruises on it. I had looked at her TikTok profile, and in the bio it said she was a domestic violence advocate, and I'm just like, why are you lying? Do you know that your mother went into a live with, I don't know, I think there was like 400 or 500 people in there asking for help for you in, what was it, Atlanta?
So actually that's where this email came from.
Right.
It came from because she went into Slot's chat and had asked if anybody was in the Atlanta area because you were in danger, and she was trying to find a stranger to get you out of there. She then emailed Slot how she's an advocate, but she doesn't have the resources out in Atlanta, and it's in a neighborhood or whatever, and like insinuated it was around drug dealers and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Haley, have you ever been in Atlanta?
What was that?
Have you ever been in Atlanta?
Yeah, I lived in Atlanta with my ex-boyfriend's mom, but it definitely wasn't surrounded by drug. Like, it wasn't drug infested. It was a nice neighborhood. It was a gated community.
Thank you for letting me in the box. Can I just say something? Haley, when I tell you I ran from my mom and ran into the arms of a man who was just like my mom, so I completely understand that aspect of it. Your name has came, well, you're not your name, just my daughter has came up a lot within the last 2 years because you have literally been casted as the person who is being fucked with from me and Ratina. My job was contacted. I was lied on. A lot of real life stuff. Obviously, I'm a stranger from fucking Wisconsin. That's your mom. I don't want to speak on your guys' relationship whatsoever because I've been there with my own. But I do want to ask, have you ever been contacted by Holly Mae or Ratina?
Got this girl in here.
No, I haven't been contacted by anyone. I mean, I hear that people have tried to add me on Facebook and stuff, but I have a new Facebook, you know what I mean? So I think it all went to my old Facebooks.
Okay, she put a story out there that me and Ratina contacted you and your abuser, and that we got you hurt, like real bad, to where you got, what did she say, Ratina? Listen, I got my ass whooped for years.
Hold on.
So I'm telling you, you might go back 80 million times, but you'll get out of it one day. You'll make it
No,
through.
I don't. If anything, she's the one that's kind of put me in, like, you think she put me in predicaments because she taunts their fucking family.
Hold up. Hey, hang on. Did
I'm
someone
turning
just
them
make a
off.
comment? Okay, listen. Here's the thing. How Haley felt so comfortable reaching out to me was because she knew that I had gone through the same shit, right? So if Holly Mae puts it out there that, hey, I've gone through this, I understand where you're coming from, that's not Holly making it about herself. It's Holly letting Haley know, you're not alone, girl. I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I'm here. If you need somebody else, I'm here. So please refrain in the comments from saying, this ain't about you, Holly Mae. No one said it was about her. But you know what? Haley may not know that Holly Mae went through the same shit, right? So now maybe that opens a door for Haley to have somebody else to talk to. Because let me tell y'all something. This girl is fucking broken. I have spent 2 days on the phone nonstop listening to this baby and the shit she's gone through. Not just about domestic violence, but the vile shit that her mother that comes on this app and acts like a fucking saint has put her through. So you know what? If Holly Mae telling a little bit of her story opens a door for Haley to feel like she has another person to come to, then fucking I welcome it.
Thank you, OJ.
Could I just
Thank
say
you.
something to you two girls in the box? Holly Mae, I don't know your story, and I'm sorry that you have to deal with went through that all of that, right? And I'm truly happy that Haley is here clearing your guys' name, that you guys never reached out to the daughter and or the abuser, because we have been sitting on this app for 2 years listening to Bougie talk about that. So I'm glad that you guys are finally getting the truth out there. I really truly am.
Yep.
I appreciate you guys even letting me in a box.
We talked
Absolutely.
about this, Holly. To be honest with you, me and Megan talked about you and Ratina.
We
and
sure
the fact that y'all needed to be involved in this because y'all have been vindicated in some bullshit from fucking Bougie for forever.
Yep.
And that's the first I'm hearing of this. I didn't know.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah.
Haley
My boss,
actually-
my job was told that I basically had you hospitalized.
Yep.
Oh my God. I've never been hospitalized for that, even like.
Yeah, that I got your
Yeah.
information, pretended to be an advocate, and then I contacted your abuser with everything you told me.
Can
I
you-
was in an
God.
investigation at my job and everything over this shit.
Can y'all give me 2 seconds because my texts are being blown up, but if I swipe up, Haley's not going to be able to hear you guys.
Yeah.
Haley, are you in the live to where you can hear on another device?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. You guys go ahead and
Please
keep
don't
talking.
go.
Sorry. But if she don't answer you guys, that's why. So hold on just 1 second.
This is
Yeah.
why, like, I'm not even like downing anybody that is sitting in here or listening or streaming or nothing. But you guys don't understand the silenceness of what has happened to a few of us and how we just handled it on our own.
I'm
But
glad you
as also,
ladies are here. I really truly am. And I had that conversation with OG and I said, I'm going to send Ratina a message. I don't know how to contact you, Holly Mae. And I wanted, there was a handful of girls that I wanted to be here. And you two are the top two that I wanted to make sure that you guys hear this. So I'm glad you guys are here.
do you know that,
I do
you know,
appreciate the
Bougie makes it out like I'm this horrible, horrible human being. But everything that her daughter's talking about, I know about. And why do I know about it? Because I've been trying to fucking get legal help since the day my job was contacted. But because they live in different states, do you know how much information they need? I've never came to the app. I've never put out what I know, none of that. I would never put her daughter, none of them in fucking harm at all. I literally had opinions. That's it. I had opinions and I would tell Bougie, bro, the way you're telling this story, too many people were around at the time. You need to fact check better. Or that's not how this story went or whatever. And it turned into her fucking going at my real life. And then Florida Man jumping on the bandwagon to come to the front and be the front and center person. I wish the best for Bougie and her daughter, but I'm telling you from experience, Haley probably can't hear me right now. She'll make it through. She will get out of it. It's hard. The hardest thing you could ever do is cut off blood, whether it's a sibling, a mom, a dad, whatever. But sometimes the most toxic motherfuckers in your life are your blood. It's the hardest shit in the world. You guys hear me talk about it all the time. All the time. Yeah. And I said that, Patriot Mama. I said that. And Bougie said I lied. I even proved it.
She says we lie on everything. Haley, if you can hear me, the last time you were in a box and you were going with everything, which is fine. Right before that, your mother had told everybody in MJ's box that I had gotten contact with your ex or your baby daddy, which caused harm onto you, which caused I think she said the worst possible domestic abuse charge possible in North Carolina was put on him because
Haley,
I
did you just hear
contacted
that?
you.
Because I do think that's important for you to hear what your
Yeah.
mom. Did you hear what Rutina just said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, none of that's true. Nobody ever contacted my ex-boyfriend, contacted me. Nobody. Which honestly, I'm surprised nobody's contacted us, considering, my mom had put us out there. But no, none of that happened.
Yeah, she got out of alive. Right before she got out of alive, she made a statement saying that I had put you in the worst possible situation in North Carolina, and he had got the worst charges pressed against him because I contacted you or I contacted him. One of the two. Either way, she said those charges were put out. The worst possible charges in North Carolina were put out because of my behavior. But my behavior never happened.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
never happened.
Haley, I see what you just commented too, because I seen someone ask that about Brian, Bougie's husband. That's something that Ginger Ale said. Question, please. Does Bougie's husband know, and does he go along with this? I'm gonna leave that open to Haley if she wants to speak on it. We've talked about it. But hey,
I think that's my biggest struggle with Brian. He's never defended me when it comes to her and just lets her get away with all this stuff. I kind of feel like he's in an abusive relationship himself. I mean, I don't know what to think. I don't know why anyone would allow this, but I promise you there's anything anybody can tell him or do to get him to kind of put his foot down when it comes to her. I've tried.
Do you feel comfortable talking about like what happened when he tried to leave before?
Oh yeah. Every time my stepdad tried to divorce her, she would try to unalive herself on 2 different occasions. And the first time I found her, and I ended up telling him because I was gonna, because it's a lot of backstory to it. I'm trying to think how to go about this because I want to talk about it, but now I'm nervous even talking about it now.
You don't have to, honey. Don't feel like you have to.
Okay.
You don't owe anybody, anything. You, like we said before, when you talked about wanting to bring it out on TikTok, you talk about what you feel comfortable talking about.
Right, absolutely. This is about you and getting your truth out and whatever you want to talk about. Absolutely.
Haley, I just want to thank you for clearing that up for me, or for me and Ratina, honestly. I wish you nothing but the best. Like I said, the most toxic people in our lives could be literally our own parents. It's okay to walk away. It is okay to walk away. It is okay. Trust me, you will.
Okay.
We know one
Therapy
thing,
does
Hallie Mae,
wonders,
she
but
said
I'm
to
gonna
me.
jump down and give you your space and everything. Thank you
Hold
guys for
up.
letting me up here.
Hold on
Holly
one
Mae,
second,
thank you
Hallie
for
Mae.
being here, honey.
One thing that she did say to me, Hallie Mae, and it was like, damn, and she said, she's always made me feel like I needed her. And I'm like
I
as
could
a,
send you text messages right now from my mom earlier today, yesterday, and you'd be like, "Damn, is this my mom or yours?" Trust me, I know.
Yeah. Well, she has a habit of scaring me into thinking like for instance, like with my kids, she's been scaring me into thinking that I'm not going to get my kids back. Like everything I'm doing is for nothing.
Yeah. And then when you cut her off, and maybe this is just me projecting, but for me, it's like when I try to keep my distance, I got this little voice in the back of my head, like if something happens to her and I'm not there, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I can't say, so then I end up going back and then it's all the same shit. I didn't understand it until I realized that the pattern I was doing with my mom was exactly what I was doing with my ex-husband.
Yep.
Yeah. It's I've gone years without talking to her, and then something will happen and it's like, oh, I need my mom, because deep down it's like we all want our mom, but then it's like, she just isn't a good person.
It is, Jocelyn. It's a vicious cycle, and it's sad. A couple people have asked in here, what does your grandparents think about this?
So my grandparents, they're my rock. They have always supported me no matter what. It's always been unconditional love, and these are my mom's parents, so they know a lot, and they've seen a lot, and they kind of formed their own opinion years ago, and they, I don't want to say hate, but
disagree with.
They cut her off a long time ago because they just can't do it. They just can't do the drama. They don't like the kind of person she is and how she treats people, how she treats her kids, how she treats her husband. They don't like it. And my grandparents, they're really big Christians, and I don't want to use it lightly. They're really big Christians. So they're all about positivity and putting your trust in God. And so when it comes to negativity like this, they don't even entertain it. They don't involve themselves in it. But when it comes to me, they're super protective over me,
Which is why at one point in time, Boujees said to me that if anybody ever reached out to her mom or her parents, they would fill their head with bullshit too.
Yeah. Well, quite frankly, they probably wouldn't, just because of how they are, and they're older, and they probably wouldn't respond back. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, the only family she has is her intermediate family, like the household. Everyone else has cut her off because they just can't do the drama.
Right. So when Haley
I
called
just-
me today, y'all,
Can I chime in just for 1 sec?
yeah.
Haley, I'm gonna hop out of here. You answered my questions, which alluded to the fact that I had never caused harm upon you ever. However, I want my name to be embedded in your brain. I want OG's name to be embedded in your brain, and Holly's, and Megan's, and Scam Slam. Us women, if you need something, you can come to us.
Mm-hmm.
If your mother is non-existent and being toxic, you can come to us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The craziest thing, like, I could make you an entire 5-minute reel of your mom on this app, and you would probably just roll your eyes because you know that's how she acts. But I'm saying, as a woman to a woman, I've never done anything to you. These women in here have never done anything to you. And if you need anything, there are solid women here that will help you. And if in any case, and I want you to hear me clearly, and I will say this clearly, to get your children or child back from your mother, if there is anything any of us can do, or you even maybe have a glimpse of a question, if we can help you, ma'am, we're here. We're here for you.
Haley, do you mind if I tell Retina the unfortunate message you woke up to this morning?
Yes.
So, unfortunately, Retina, after Bougie decided to be a dick and do everything she could to get the kids from Haley, Bougie decided that she didn't want to deal with the kids any longer and had CPS put them into foster care. So,
Excuse me?
Haley woke up to a text message this morning from the worker stating that the children were no longer in Bougie's care, that they were in a undisclosed location. And
Are you?
Yeah. I have no idea where my kids are.
So
I
I'll
am
text you.
honestly so sorry.
It's okay.
Your mom has been a fucking demon on this app, but I did not realize she would be that kind of demon in real life to you. I am sorry.
And to answer your question, Bettina, there is, honey, there is something that you can do to help her, and I'll text you what that is.
I know there's
I just really miss my kids.
but I am so sorry that your mom is like that.
I have every police report I ever made. I have every single military report I've ever made. I will get all of that to you.
Same. You have no idea how many police reports and reports to the military that have been submitted upon your mother's behavior. I promise you, you have a fucking army behind you, ma'am.
Amen.
That's exactly what I told her when we were talking, actually, the first day. And she said that she wanted to go live and tell her side of the story, but she was nervous. And I said, I can promise you that you are going to have a lot more supporters and people behind you than what you think. Because your mom has done some and she even said there were times where I sat in the garage and listened to the shit my mom was doing to people. And I just didn't understand how. She said, I even told my mom, like, she said that Bougie said one day that, people were putting their address out. And Haley said to her, like, my daughter lives here with you. Like, do you not think of those consequences? And Bougie said, well, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
Your mom decided to come to the state of North Dakota and file a restraining order against me and then go live and laugh and say, when I filed it, I knew I was never going to show up. I just wanted it on your record.
She also, don't forget, it was Haley's daughter that she put in that restraining order, Retina.
That's actually true, yes.
I have a restraining order right now, apparently, between me and my kids. She included my kids on what happened the other night. But it expires on the 15th, but still, like, she does that on purpose. You know, my kids need their mom. My kids love me. It's been me and my kids since the beginning. I feel like I
FYI, y'all,
just
too, her child is not autistic. Her child is not nonverbal,
No.
like Bougie was telling everybody.
Yeah, he's not nonverbal. He's not autistic. It's like my mom's trying to diagnose my son and make a big problem out of it because that's one of the things she told DSS. She said that he has an untreated autism. And I'm like, who the fuck makes up shit like that on a child? And I have videos. I mean, you guys, my profile is private, but like on TikTok, my son takes my phone and he makes videos and he puts it on TikTok. My son is far from autistic. And even if he was, I would have no shame in saying, oh, my son's autistic. You know what I mean? Like, it's just annoying that she just self-diagnoses him and then just runs with it. It's kind of like what she did with me as a kid.
I think your mom has a lot of unrooted. There's a lot of things her personally needs to work through from a long time ago. And Haley, I am so sorry. I'm sorry that's your mother. I'm sorry that's the things you've been put through. I'm sorry there hasn't been an actual guardian around you to hug you and support you when you've needed it. I am sorry there was nobody there when you actually needed the fucking help. And I am just sorry. I am sorry for you.
Megan,
I don't even care about the fuck shit Bougie has done to me. I am just sorry for you, Haley. I really, truly am. And if there's anything I personally can do to help you, please reach out to me because I promise you I will give you the 100% truth, accuracy, and documentation. Whatever you need, I am there. I promise you. I promise you that.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Rutina, while you're in a box, let me figure out how to big box myself. I want to show you the message that Haley got just before.
Do you want me to put it up?
Oh yeah, can you? Yeah, I sent it to
Absolutely.
This is what Artie sent Haley. Megan, do the second one because it shows both messages that Artie sent her. This is, and I don't know how they knew. Brooke, that is Haley's plan. She would rather have her grandparents have her kids while she's going.
This one here?
No, not that one. It's the one where she openly says, like, this is Artie, I will get in a box, and what the fuck ever she babbled off when she was threatening her.
So that's the first message that I received.
Did I not send you? Yeah, hold on, let me send you the one.
Yeah, this is the first one that I received.
Yeah, but she sent something after that too. So keep in mind, I don't even think at this point we said that we were bringing Haley in a box. And this is the message that Haley received. Haley, don't do this. I will jump in a box and explain everything from the jump of all the things you do around your kids. This is Artie, the one from Canada, by the way. This is further showing you're a horrible person and a mother. I will tell them all of it, of TJ's medical things, the no car seats, everything. Artie, are you talking about what you know from Bougie's side? Because let me tell you, you and your little buddy are a bunch of manipulative fucking twats. Okay.
Hold on. Let me tell you this because Haley, I don't even want to put this in words, but the next next thing is coming is how to off yourself. Those are the next texts you're going to get from like your area codes close to you or area codes close to your friends. Those are the messages you're going to start to get from Artie. Artie doesn't even have fucking custody of her own fucking child. Okay? Let alone, do not let this Canadian dumbass bitch harass you or even intimidate you. Because I promise you, if I turn this in to all the things that have been turned in, this isn't going to go well for Artie. Artie is on a fine line on the Canadian line. And
I got the second part of the message, Megan. I just sent you the second part. Sorry, Regina. I just
no,
want
it's
you guys
fine.
to
Artie just hops on to whatever fucking train she thinks is going to be the most successful, and this is not it. This is not it.
Yeah.
Then she says, "You're a loser, Haley. I'm my own personal little girl. I'm making sure CPS is watching this right now as well." Well, I hope CPS is watching too, because you have 458 people in a live that Bougie has probably affected 400 of those people.
Right.
We're all in different states.
Right.
Artie as well. Artie as well.
Well, I showed CPS because when my mom called the cops the other day and told them I just randomly showed up to take my children, I'd let them know. No, this woman's been blackmailing me to stay here and take care of my kids, holding over my head that she's going to put them in foster care. And
Haley,
she's been lying to you guys.
Haley, we have hella screenshots and screen recordings of your mom talking about how great of a mom you are and how we're putting you in danger and how you're trying to trust me. Like, trust me.
Well, I might need all of that. I might need
Everything
everything I
that
could
she's
get. To be
telling
honest.
CPS in real life about you, she says the opposite on the app.
I promise you, me and Holly and a couple of our girls we have it. Whatever you need, we have it.
Because I know my attorney, she's working on this to, because at this point, she's lost all her credibility. But, the more I can get, the more it helps, because I don't want my kids going back there. Not saying that they would, because my mom already made it clear she doesn't want my kids. But I want to try and get a restraining order, permanently away from her and my kids, because I'm so done. The ship has sailed when it comes to ever feeling like my mom will be my mom again. I have kids of my own. I can't focus on that anymore.
Well, I don't know if, because here in over in Wisconsin, that when I went to go get a restraining order on my mom, they told me that's your mom, and at the end of the day, you guys are going to make up whatever. So I just completely went ghost for my mom. I don't know if your laws are different, but I mean, if you can just, get away from all of it. Because listen, one person is, if I don't know your situation, I don't know what type of relationship you're in now. I don't know if you're in a better place. But love shouldn't hurt. Not from a man, not from a friend, not from a family member, none of that. One wrong hit and that's it.
Yeah.
One blackout night, not knowing whatever, that's it. You know what I'm saying? You got babies that need you. You know what I'm saying?
Are you in North Carolina? Can you message me and let me know if you're in North Carolina or California?
Here, hold on, Regina.
I was gonna say I'll send it too if you want. OG's got you. Okay. Let me put my trigger warning back up because this is definitely a lot.
It is, but you know what? The
How
hardest.
far are you? How far are you between you and your mother?
They're muted.
It's okay. They heard me. Okay. Thank you.
Also another really cool thing, Bougie. Why don't you tell people how you stole your daughter's tax money that she needed to take care of her kids?
Yeah. I last year when I came to California, I did my taxes out here, and I didn't do my taxes out here, but I had changed the address so I could get my taxes and a check. And I ended up leaving to go back to South Carolina, and I was waiting. I tried to have the IRS send me another check because I knew it was getting sent to California. So I was like waiting for my check to come, and like 3 months go by, 4 months go by, 5 months go by, 6 months go by, and I contact the IRS all the time. And this time they told me that it's been cashed. And I'm like, that makes no sense. That wasn't me. So they send me a packet, and in the packet, it was a copy of the check that was cashed. And I wonder if I still have the picture, to be honest. Because I remember sending it to my stepdad and telling him, like,
Did you turn it in though to the IRS?
No, I ended up not turning in because at the time I needed the money, and they said I could get my money, but it would take like 3 months. So I was like, okay, I'll give them, a chance. Oh, I have a copy of it right here.
Did you get it when those 3 months came up?
You can text it to me, honey, and I can show it on the screen.
Well, I ended up texting my stepdad, and I was like, you guys have one time to send me my money, or else I'm going through with this, because it was like $6,000. I have 2 kids, and I need the money now. Like,
are you talking about Brian?
Are
you talking about Brian?
Yeah.
So, I just for clarity, right? If you were gonna reach out to Brian about your tax money, are you more comfortable talking to Brian than you are your mom, or can you explain that?
Yeah, because from how I was seeing things, is one thing about my stepdad is he's a very legal person. I mean, he's in the military. He doesn't do anything illegal. And so I thought, since I had the proof of her forging my signature on my check, that, I could send it to him and he would just do it for me. Because I knew, talking to my mom, she would just deny. And so my stepdad told me he would talk to her. Well, he never got back to me. So I contacted my sister, because I know how my mom is over my sister. She listens to her. They have a really good relationship. And my sister ended up getting her to send me my money. And my mom messaged me and was like, oh, I can send you $1,000 now, and I'll send you a check in the mail for the rest. And I was like, no, I want all my money all at once, exactly how I would have gotten it. And she was like, oh, well, you could have just asked me. I was just holding on to it for you. No, you were not. You fucking cat. You saw an opportunity and you took it. And you took my money, and you probably spent my money. And you didn't think you'd get caught, because you didn't think that the people would have a copy of you forging my signature on the check.
How much did you get out of it?
$6,681.
She's asking, I think Christina's asking, did you get it all back?
Oh, yeah, I ended up getting it all back, yeah.
Really fast, OG, I don't think it's a good idea to show that check.
I'm not showing nothing.
Yeah, okay.
I think what she was just showing where Bougie signed. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Also, side note, hey, Bougie, remember when you put out here on the app that your daughter was a SMEX worker? What you failed to tell people is that you were too.
I got the proof.
Yeah, you failed to tell people that you were too, Bougie.
Me and her, I don't want to say we used to do it together, but she was in one hotel room. I was in the next one. I used her car. And we kind of like, she got kicked out of her house because she was cheating on her husband with somebody else. And her husband cut her off from the finances. And that's what she started doing. So all that bull crap where she was looking for me and trying to help me get out of the hotels, it's all bull crap. No, she was doing it right there with me. Not only that, me and my mom have done rugs together. Like, you can kind of see the relationship, like why it is the way it is. Like, my mom doesn't treat me like a daughter.
Right.
We were kind of like on and off friends.
No, we agree, Smash, but unfortunately, Bougie had put it out here that it was her daughter, doing this, and she had to rescue her, and yada yada yada. Keep in mind, you guys, this wasn't anything recent either. So I see the comments of like, be careful because you want your children back. This was years ago.
Yeah, I was like 19.
Yeah, this was not.
This is before I had kids.
Haley, anytime recently has your mom talked about Florida Man or a man named Mike Kenny to you?
Yeah, I don't mean to laugh, Regina, but I hadn't
We're
even
having
brought.
that discussion. That's on the
Yeah.
list to talk about. Absolutely, it is.
I hadn't even brought him up, and Haley was like, the night I was driving back from the airport, she's like, yeah, and my mom's mad right now because she put money on this Florida Man guy's books, and he got moved to Florida.
These are legitimate questions I have.
Agreed. Because you're asking the same questions that I had, but I was just, letting her talk because you could tell she had so much pent up.
Because he's been around for so long, right? You would think that if Haley, whether in a good relationship, bad relationship, somewhere along the lines, Florida Man or Mike Kenny would have came up.
Mm-hmm.
You would think.
Nope, she did. She knows.
I don't think I've heard of the Mike McKinney, but definitely Florida Man.
You know him as Florida Man?
I'll sit there and listen. I'll sit there in the garage and listen to her on TikTok.
While you were just there?
Marissa said, how did she contact OG, the woman never on TikTok, asking because I'm nosy? So actually, she sent me a message, and I don't know how long she sent me the message compared to when I seen the message. So there's that.
Haley, do you mind me asking a question just to clarify something really fast? Does Bougie feel comfortable using racial slurs within your home on a daily?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because she thinks because she has mixed children, she can like playfully use the word, and it's just ignorant. In my opinion.
I'm sorry, I might be confused. Bougie has mixed children, or because she has mixed grandchildren?
Oh, grandchildren. I'm sorry, grandchildren.
Okay. Gotcha.
No, just grandchildren, and I'm the only one with the kids, so.
So you're the only one out of all her children that has children.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna jump down and give you your space so you guys can talk and stuff. But Haley, if you ever need to talk, especially about your sister, abuse and stuff like that, I'm always here. Been there. I got out of it, thank God. But that shit ain't easy.
Right. It's not.
No, it's not. But I'm glad, Regina, because I didn't know that Holly Mae and you were implicated on that shit. So I'm glad that you guys got clarification and cleared the air there.
May I ask another question?
For $39.95.
Haley, do you know if your mother passes gas or toots or?
Girl, I seen that too, and I started laughing because I felt that was a great question to be asked.
God damn it, Megan! I was gonna get out of here before that happened.
Why does she claim she doesn't?
Hold on. Haley, don't answer quite yet. So it is a known fact, I guess, or a fact on, this app that your mom goes to a pain clinic. I don't know if that's true or not, but she goes to a pain clinic. She gets her medications, and sometimes her bowels are just uncontrollable. Megan, can you roll a clip? Please roll a clip.
Wait, my mom?
You're able to see the live right now, Haley, right?
Absolutely. Give me a minute. I'll
Okay,
pull it up for
so-
Haley, honey. Absolutely.
Megan's gonna play a video for you real quick that your mom got so pissed about. It was something funny,
Before you answer anything, just listen to this clip before you play any or say anything.
Yeah. It's one of those things that, when, lives are a bit. Are you gonna get to the kidnapping story? Crybaby, yeah.
Megan, it is taking you too long.
Yeah, my coffee's here. Thank you. No problem. Sorry, I have to take a picture. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Thank you. Have a good night. You too. Thank you.
Okay, Haley, could you hear? Am I muted? Haley, could you see me, baby?
I can see you, and I cannot hear the
Okay.
chart.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get my phone. I gotta get my popcorn bucket. Oh, please hold.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. All right, Haley, can you see Megan's screen right now?
Yeah, I just see like a speaker.
Okay, hold on. It should update on your phone.
What was that? Let's go, girls. Boujees just busted booty.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The car just started outside of my house.
187 people heard it.
It sounds like a false narrative. That was the car starting up in my neighbor's garage, by the way. But go ahead, Dora. Go ahead. Do what you want, girl.
I'll replay
Yeah.
it, honey.
You gotta listen real. I think Megan shouldn't have put the music
What
into
was
quick.
that?
All right, mute up, everybody.
What was that?
Oh my
What are you talking about?
That was your mom's
The
asshole.
car just started outside of my house.
187 people heard it.
It sounds like a false narrative. That was the car starting up in my
Megan
neighbor's
tried to
garage.
be such a good friend. Honestly, Megan
go
tried
ahead,
to be
Dora. Go
such a
ahead. Say
good
what you
friend later on. Megan tried. She
I
really did try to be a good friend and was like, oh, I just did that. Ha ha ha. No, that was your mom ripping fucking straight gas on the internet and then tried to blame it on the neighbor's car. If
And
you
then,
need a good laugh, Haley, can we replay it?
We can play it all day long if you want.
Literally, Bougie got so mad at Megan. That was the downfall of their relationship.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think Haley needs to hear it in the day.
Okay, everybody mute up, and I'll turn it all the way up so you hear it.
What was that? Let's go, girls. Boujees just.
What are you talking about?
The audacity of her trying to blame it on the neighbor is wild.
187 people heard it.
It sounds like a false narrative. That was the car starting up in my neighbor's garage, by the way. But go ahead, Dora. Go ahead. Say what you want, girl.
What was that? Let's go, girls. Boujees just busted booty.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The car just started outside of my house.
187 people heard it.
It sounds like a false narrative. That was the car starting up in my neighbor's garage, by the way. But go ahead, Dora. Go ahead. Say what you want, girl.
So So could we just clarify for the record, have you ever heard your mother release gas
That was
from her
fluid.
ass?
Yes, I have.
Thank you.
I can't stand you, Megan.
Did you say gas from the ass?
Gas from
Wait,
the
so
ass.
like,
From the ass, Regina. From the ass.
Listen, we're trying to be supportive, but for
like
real.
there's nothing. So like, there's nothing illegal with me telling my story, right? Even though it's about
None.
her.
Absolutely
No.
not, honey.
No, there's
No.
not, honey.
So all that stuff they're saying, it's just to make me scared.
Yes.
Yep.
It's to
Yes.
keep you quiet.
And I promise you, Artie will go deeper and deeper and deeper. However thinks she's affecting you, if you're responding to her, just stop.
Yeah, don't
But,
respond.
Yeah, I'm not responding to any of them
When she
because
sent me
there's
the
no point.
screenshots that I told her, don't respond. But
don't.
technically, your mom contacting you goes against the no contact order, so there's that.
Yeah. Because, like, I can talk about anything as long as I'm not trying to contact her third party,
Correct.
first party, none of that.
Correct.
Absolutely, honey.
Simple Sweet said, can we get a recap? Sure. Fast
A
recap.
recap? Oh, Lord.
Fast recap
No, Simple
is
Sweet. No, you cannot.
Haley.
Can I ask a quick question, just real fast, before we do a recap? Is that possible?
Yeah, what do you got, Smash?
Okay, so the only question I have is, and listen, I might be an asshole for asking this. Okay, I'm prepared for that.
What'd
The
you
only
text
question
me?
the only question I have is, how do you lose custody of all your children and still, like, everybody else is the problem? And I say that because, like, I have a relationship with my mother also that is quite toxic, right? And I can also say that I wasn't always like 100% honest, or, you know what I mean? Luckily, I didn't have children at the time. And I don't know if I missed that section of the live. I might have, because I have children of my own. I'm cooking dinner, things like that. So if we could get like a small recap on that, I'm not sure.
She needs pretty much Smashly. Her forehead's like a 10 head, and sometimes it doesn't retain all the information.
Yeah, I'm a snail. I'm a snail. So
It's so okay. So I haven't lost custody of my son and my youngest two. I haven't lost custody. My oldest, I did lose custody, and it's not because I do drugs, not because I'm a bad parent. It's just because I was in a abusive relationship, and they feel like, so the situation now, they're the biggest problem, and like the only problem is they feel like I'm failing to protect my children. Because I go back to this guy, situation happens. I leave. I go back to this guy, and then a situation happens. Not on my kids, but on me. So they feel like they need to be able to trust me to not go back to him and keep my kids away from him. And, so that's their problem with me.
well, I feel like that's like a legitimate thing to be worried about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And she did. I will say, in our conversation, mine and Haley's, she owned that. She said, I need to, and I did, and that was my hope coming out to my mom's this time, was to get my own place, get on my feet, do what I needed to do. But then here's my mom calling CPS behind my back, and I didn't know it.
And it's one thing for DSS to give me an opportunity to redeem myself, but then I can't have my mom in the background trying to fuck me and feed them information, and it just makes things harder, and it feels like she's just trying to make it to where I don't get my kids back at all, because I'm not a bad parent. You know what I mean? I know I'm not. Everyone around me knows I'm not. It's just the whole me leaving their father, that is just the biggest problem. And I definitely see where they're coming from, because no kid should have to witness their parents go through that. You know what I mean?
I feel
battered woman syndrome.
So,
I think is the best way to put it, Smash.
Again, and listen, I'm not trying to say that you're wrong, or you know what I mean. Like, listen, believe me, I've been in some abusive relationships. You know what I mean, all of that. And I couldn't imagine having to go through that with children. That would be terrible. So I guess my question next is, wasn't the whole point of you coming out to like whatever state your mom is in to get away from it, but did you go back? And like that's
I
how
did
you
go back last year.
lost
Last year I went back, yeah.
So
around
remember when
December?
remember when Bougie came and got her, or went and
Yeah,
got
yeah,
her,
yeah. Yeah,
brought
when
her
she stole
back.
the suitcase.
Yep.
Thief.
And
She stole the
and
suitcase,
then
and that was the same time that me and Holly Mae put her in the worst predicament possible.
yep. So then Haley was out there. Then Haley went back. So when she went back, I mean, it's everybody or anybody who's been in an abusive relationship knows how this goes. We never leave the
Absolutely.
first time and
Absolutely.
stay gone. So she came out to Bougie's, or Bougie went and got her and the kids. She comes back, or comes to Bougie's. Then she went back, and then she came back in November to Bougie's, and that's when Bougie started calling CPS behind her back to have the children removed because Bougie wanted custody of them.
Well, okay, so to be fair, okay, if I'm taking out my bias, because genuinely I don't fucking like Bougie. We all know that, right? Um, if I'm looking at this as a point of view of just two random people on the internet that I have no idea who they are, I would feel like it would be safest if somebody would continuously go back to an abusive partner, right? It would be best for the children not to be there, right? In my opinion. So I feel like we can't really attack Bougie for wanting to keep the kids safe on that aspect, being like, I don't know, because you went back, we came and got you, went back. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And I'm genuinely, I promise you, honey, I'm not trying to be mean at all. I really am not.
Yeah.
I will agree in that. I will
So it
agree.
makes sense, right? But I guess
It makes
the
sense,
part that
but
I
when
don't understand is
she
why.
only and she wasn't having custody or anything. It was just an emergency removal. Because when I first got there, they weren't going to take my kids. They said, go get a restraining order, go take a drug test, and we'll get this, figured out, whatever. Now, I went and did those things, and they surprised me and still came and took my kids. So I was just like, what changed? Like, what happened? And they informed me that my mom told them that I don't take care of my kids while I've been there. I don't buckle my kids in car seats. A long list of things to where they were like, okay, we need to take these kids from this girl. So it was the add-on part. It was the add-on part that she had no business doing because if that she didn't do any of that stuff, the kids wouldn't have been taken out my care. I just would have done what I was supposed to do. They still would have been involved, but the kids wouldn't be taken for my care. So it wasn't until she told them what they told them and they were able to do that. And with the emergency removal, they always say family first before foster. So they gave my mom an opportunity to be the foster parent, and she said yes. But then she said she got tired of taking care of the kids. She didn't want to sacrifice her life and this and that, and told me to come take care of my kids or they were going to foster care. And in between all of this, which I have an attorney and she sees everything for what it is now. She's been feeding the kids' attorney, the guardian ad litem, a bunch of bullshit about me. Nothing to do with the domestic violence, because this whole thing started with domestic violence, right? Me failing to protect my kids. Well, then why is she lying to him, telling him A, B, and C, and bringing up my past and kind of trying to sabotage this for me? That's what my attorney says. My attorney's the one that said, okay, so it sounds like she's trying to sabotage reunification with you and your kids. Because they're giving that to me, and I'm on the road to reunification. I mean, even after what happened the other day, they're still offering reunification to me because they see that I was blackmailed by her. But she's just so negative. I mean, she has nothing positive to say about me. It's just all negative bullcrap that she makes up or whatever. And that's what I have a big problem with, because you're not doing any good at all for me and my children.
And so now she decided she didn't want to take care of the children anymore. So
Well,
sometime in the middle of the night last night, they got removed from Bougie's care and put in.
so do we have proof on that though? Because I'm being told that's not the case. And I just want to say real fast, if you guys are going to bring something to a platform and you're going to chastise others for having questions and saying that I support Bougie, I don't support Bougie.
Wait,
I'm
what?
asking
Who said that?
questions. Oh, the
Who
people,
did?
some of your mods, I've got some of the people in the comments that are absolutely appalled that I'm defending Bougie right now. I'm not defending anybody. I'm
I don't
asking
say you're
questions.
defending Bougie. I would say you're
No,
defending.
you're
You're
not. You
asking
like you said,
questions
you're
to.
using your bias. You're being biased, which there's
Yeah,
nothing.
unbiased. I mean, but unbiased. Because again, fuck Bougie. I don't owe Bougie shit. Believe me, if y'all knew what I went through with Bougie on this app, but I'm trying to. If you're gonna bring something to an app, right? People are going to have questions, and I have questions.
Smash
So
is
you can't just get upset.
absolutely wild.
I'm gonna answer this call real quick, okay, guys? I'll be
Okay.
right back.
All
I'll
right.
be right back.
So, Smash, and when she comes back, I'll leave it up to her if she wants to show it or
That's fine,
not.
and that's fine. And she doesn't have to answer anything that she doesn't want to answer. I just had questions. There was things that I didn't understand, right? We all know I'm a snail. I'm not
No,
asking questions
I
just to
don't
defend
feel that your
Bougie. So
questions are defending. I feel they're the same questions that Megan and I asked just off the app. First of all, second of all, as far as
great.
like the proof, so she received a text. She woke up to a text today about the children being removed from Bougie's care and put into an undisclosed location. That she will start having visitations.
See, and I'm being told that's not true. So you know what I mean? Like that's why I'm asking. I'm not
Who are
trying
you?
to
Wait, I
say
have a
that she's
question for you,
lying.
Smash. I have a question from you, Smash. Who is telling you that that information is not true?
I don't think it really matters.
Oh, it does matter, absolutely. Because if it's
I
not
think
Bougie,
if
then your information is wrong. Are you talking to Bougie, Smash?
I'm
I
I'm
can I
gonna
finish?
say matter smash. It does in this situation. It matters.
I think that if you're going to come on to a platform and have 566 people in here and you're going to say something, you should probably have proof. In my
I
opinion,
think
that's just
you
my
should
opinion.
reveal who is sending you the proof that is saying that
Hold
it's
on,
wrong proof.
what
Smash.
proof is
Let
not
the
being
people
proved?
know who you're talking to, Smash.
Can I just say something really quickly?
No, Mallory,
No,
shut the fuck
Mallory, you
up.
can absolutely
Can I
not.
can I please
No,
say
no,
something really
you
quick
cannot say
and then I'm
nothing.
I
gonna
wish this
drop.
was on my fucking
Mallory, you can say
platform.
nothing.
I'm gonna ask
Nothing.
I'm just gonna say something
Nothing.
really quickly when it
You
comes
guys
to
mute them and let Mallory talk.
when it comes to
No, Smash,
abusers do anything and everything they can to manipulate situations. What you have now is you have Bougie's daughter who is saying that Bougie is doing this to her, coming to the people on the internet that Bougie has filed restraining orders against and everything else under the sun and keeps a fucking file on. So if anybody thinks this is going to go well for her and look good, you now have her coming to the internet talking to the people that have basically been fuck Bougie. And so this is giving Bougie every opportunity to play the fucking victim and play this up in court. So I'm just gonna fucking say it. Like, she needs to protect herself if this is what's really going on, and she needs to be safe about it, and she needs to be really fucking careful what she says.
Right, and that's
So
why.
Smash,
I'm
I
just
want to
saying because
know.
exactly now you've got her sitting in a box with Retina saying, I'm gonna send over all this stuff, but we all know that fucking Bougie went and filed a fucking restraining order on Retina. So now all it takes is for Bougie to say, well, she's going online and interacting with dangerous people. So she's not going back to her abuser, but now she's interacting with all these people online that are dangerous, and she's gonna sit there and she's gonna pull up every fucking thing that she can do to make Retina look bad so that when they hand over the stuff that Retina's giving her, it's gonna like invalidate everything that you guys are doing.
I'll be honest, from my understanding, they don't need anything else.
And if they don't, they don't. But I'm telling you, Bougie's an abuser. I've said it from day one. She's a fucking abuser. She is going to use this to play into this. And I think everybody needs to consider that, because at the end of the fucking day, if she's doing everything she can to keep those babies away, that's how this looks at this point. Is, you know, she literally just said that their issue was that the kids kept going back into that situation. I guarantee you, I can already hear Bougie saying, well, she took them to different abusers now.
But I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, this is two different things that I wouldn't quite say that anybody over here was abusing anybody compared to a DV situation. But I do see where you're coming from, but I definitely would not compare the two.
I'm not comparing it to a DV situation, but I'm saying that Bougie and people who are abusers go to court every fucking day and manipulate situations to their benefit and play the fucking victim in it. And she's got a perfect opportunity to do that now, because now it's everybody who hates Bougie and is fuck Bougie is like, we'll give you all this information against her. And we all know Bougie keeps files. We all know Bougie keeps a bunch of shit on people. So all she has to do is try to flip the script and this becomes something more. And I just felt like that needed to be said, because I really want her to be careful on what she says on the app, because obviously, like, anything she says can be used against her. And if Bougie tries to turn it into, well, she's clearly not learning her lesson, like, people can hate me for fucking saying it, but it's a potential. I've known men who tried to drown their children, get, like, this one guy tried to drown his kids and he still got full custody of them.
That's fine. I
Didn't say try to
hear, Mallory, I
drown.
hear what you're saying. Haley,
Yeah.
do not reach out to Ratina. Absolutely not. You reach out to me and I'll give you everything you need.
I'm just saying, just be careful, because abusers will do anything and everything to keep people in a situation of desperation.
What
So
did Regina do?
Yeah.
You've been agreeing with
I
Regina
hear
a
you.
lot.
have
I
not
hear you,
gotten
Mallory.
along. I am saying that because of Bougie and Retina's relationship, Retina's sitting here and saying, I'll send you everything. All Bougie has to do is pull out the shit that she says Retina's done to her, and look at where we're at again.
Right. I
Mel's
understand
just
what you're saying.
I think
Yeah,
Mel's
I
just
do
saying if it's
understand where
coming
she's
from,
going.
yeah, I think Mel's just saying if it's coming from Rutina, Bougie's going to use that as leverage. I understand what she's saying there.
Literally going to go and say, I filed a restraining order against her because she did XYZ. And then they're going to have a whole other thing of, now, you know, her daughter's running to all these people to try to dig dirt up on. It's going to become a whole fucking thing. I'm telling you, I know how Bougie operates. She plays the fucking victim so fucking well.
I will also
Okay, well,
say
all
that
I gotta
she is
say,
allowed to
really,
tell
I
her
have to go.
story.
Flip, I'm sorry, I have to go because I've got to get the kiddos to bed real quick. But I just had a couple questions, and I don't think that that means that I am siding with Bougie or I'm siding with the other person. I had a couple questions, and I feel like if you're gonna bring something to a platform and you can't genuinely ask for proof, because Megan, you do that, right? You
Absolutely, I
ask
do.
for proof. You love
Absolutely.
proof, right?
Smash, I have a
You,
question for you,
but
honey. Right.
I wasn't done. I wasn't done yet. I wasn't done yet. I think that if somebody is asking for proof, maybe you should show proof just because you're bringing it to a platform.
Nobody's asking for proof. But I will be asking for
I
proof
did.
on
I
who's
asked for
telling you
proof.
this information.
I
I
asked
want
for
to know
proof.
who you're talking to, and I would like to see
Well,
proof
when you show the
of
proof,
those people.
I will tell you who I'm talking to.
What
How about that?
proof do you want, Smash, from Haley?
I want to know. I want to know the exact questions that I just fucking asked that everybody just jumped on me for asking.
Okay, so hold on. So I will not show the text message live that Haley received. I will talk to you directly and show you.
Okay.
Because
That's fair.
I don't feel putting that out there is
Well, no, and if it's something
appropriate.
she doesn't want to show, that's fine. I'm not trying to have her like show things that she doesn't want to show. I just figured since she was on a public platform with 632 people, she'd be willing to show some kind of proof. That's all I was asking for. That's it. Anyways, you guys have a good night.
So, Smash, are you talking to Bougie? Is that
Yeah.
Bougie in your inbox telling you that the information that Haley is saying is wrong? Smash, where'd you go, Smash? I had a question, honey.
Well,
Now that's wild,
Megan,
because if
well,
that is
hold on,
Bougie in your
hold on.
inbox, that's crazy.
It is because Megan, if you remember the conversation that we had before even going live, Haley openly stated that when I defended Smash and that whole thing about Haley's daughter being posted because of Bougie, she said her mom said she went to Smashly, talked to Smashly about working out a deal so that Spread would take pictures of the children down.
If that is who she's talking to, I can see why Smash was asking the questions she was asking. Okay, I can see why she's asking these questions.
Yeah, you
But
guys
at the
come out,
same
Rutina, and Holly me up.
But at the same time, like,
I don't see anybody in the request. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
I don't see
Yeah.
anybody in the request, so if a mod sees people in the request, feel free to let them up. Sorry.
She might be private.
I'm up here. I was just gonna let you finish.
No, you're good. Go ahead. I'm good.
Yeah, I 100% agree with what Mallory was saying because we've all seen and we all know how Bougie gets down. Um, as far as like trying to use people being in the boxes and stuff. But I can also say that again, I have literally been documenting and talking to the police and everything since the day my job was contacted. And because we live in different states and stuff, I couldn't just say, oh, well, it's a person named Bougie and Florida Man. No, I had to find out on my own, a lot on my own, on who these people were in order to even put in my reports. So a lot of stuff, when you do go to searching and things like that, a lot of shit does come up. And a lot of the stuff like the twins and the back and forth and the crazy custody and all of that, that shit's not a lie. And not only do I know it, but so do my police. Because when they ran Florida Man and Bougie's name, when they were making the report, a lot of shit came up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the whole dynamic and I don't want to. That's not my business. But I know that a lot of what Haley was saying about the situation she was speaking on, I know, and nobody has to believe me. And you can dig all you want to, but if you don't go to your police and have them do it, you know what I'm saying? But also, too, I mean, we've been dealing with Bougie and all of them for how long? We know how she gets down. We know. So she 100% will try to ruin people's credibility by giving false statements, false narratives, all of that, and try to make it sound believable.
Also, for the people in the comments saying that courts and that aren't going to care what happens on this app, yes, they do. It might not be like a huge part of a case or anything like that, but this is considered cyber. And they do take cyber stalking, cyberbullying, they do take that very serious.
I want to know who in here flip up. Who in here doesn't think that?
There were actually quite a few comments that said,
Wait, what? Who in here? What?
a good lawyer will not care what's said on this app. But yeah, sending documents, yes.
A good lawyer will definitely, well, in the case that they're going to court for very soon, will definitely care on
Do you
the things
realize?
that Bougie was saying on the
I don't
app
think like
in
our
regards to her
people.
daughter and her grandkids.
Hold on to that thought. Are people that legitimately stupid enough to not think, right? When Florida Man makes his appearance, right? There's a search done. You don't think there's a search done before we enter the courtroom?
Here, let me just tell you a very quick story, okay? And this is how they take social media very seriously, okay? I was driving on our throughway here. There was a high-speed chase. Okay, someone was unalived at the end of that high-speed chase. I had made a comment on a post, okay? Just saying that, I was on the throughway, I seen the whole thing, yada, yada, yada. I still have in my phone detectives that called me because they seen my comment. And it was like a whole thing that I had to go through with detectives and everything else. And I was part of that investigation because all I simply did was left a comment on a post.
Isn't that
And
wild?
my husband is here. He can contest to that, babe. Okay. I don't know if y'all heard him, but they do take this shit seriously.
Oh, I know. Thank you for participating.
Yeah, so the stuff, I mean, and this is just my opinion, the stuff that we've went through, that I've went through with Bougie and shit like that, none of that matters to their case. to what's going on right now with them in real time, real life. But there's been a lot of shit on this app said by Bougie that will contradict what the fuck she's telling CPS in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how fucking, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm about to derail just real quick. How fucking dare you sit on this fucking internet and talk about and act as if you're there? Do you know what they do? Do you know what people, foster care in some ways could be a blessing, could be a fucking blessing. But majority of the time, it's a hell.
For a shit show. They don't know who's coming, who's going, where they're gonna be, nothing.
Haley, if you could still hear me, listen, I know this sounds corny as fuck, but I know virtual fucking groups that you can get into. I know people in my real life who will do a FaceTime call with you